Keeping an eye on tennis action at Wimbledon. Why? Because there's just so many Canadians in this mix.
So for more on this, let's bring in Mike McIntyre, co-host of Match Point Canada. Mike, good of you to join us again. So let's zero in on the Canadians who are in this. How have we done so far at Wimbledon?
Well, day one was 50-50 for Canadians as Leila Annie Fernandez won her opening round. The 20-year-old looking very good in victory. On the other side of things, unfortunately, Felix Auger-Aliassime did not advance. Perhaps not too surprising, despite the fact he's ranked near the top 10 in the game, but dealing with a number of injuries lately, so clearly not at his best. Today, there's a whole bunch of Canadians in action, including Milos Raonic, who's going to play his first match at Wimbledon in 4 years as he dealt with some serious injuries. We never thought we'd see him back on the court, so this is a special moment for Canadian tennis to have him there today.
Yeah, I remember watching his career just when it started, but he is such a big dude, and he always had ankle injuries from what I remember earlier on in his career. So how forgiving would that grass court feel at Wimbledon for someone who is dealing with injuries?
Well, it's the best place for Milos. His game is suited to this surface. His serve, which is already among the best ever in tennis, is amplified even more on grass, where it's very difficult for his opponents to get a racket on it. I couldn't imagine having to do it. So this is the best place for him to come back. It's where he feels most comfortable. And he's admitted this is probably going to be his last time. He wanted to play Wimbledon one more time. He wants to play his hometown tournament in Toronto later this summer at the National Bank Open one more time as well. And regardless of the outcome today, considering what he's done for Canadian tennis, I'm just really pleased that he has a moment like this to enjoy it one last time if this is it.
Yeah, absolutely. Very special indeed. And Micah, what are your predictions on who will take this tournament for both the men and the women?
Well, my men's prediction is a pretty easy one because Novak Djokovic is the heavy favorite, considering all he's accomplished, not just in his career, but this year looks as good as ever, even though he's 36 years old. You'd never know it. So heavy favorite on the men's side. The women's game is much more wide open. World number one, Iga Swiatek in the mix, but she's never made it past the fourth round at Wimbledon. A bunch of other heavy-hitting, hard-serving players like Aryna Sabalenka, last year's champion, Elena Rybakina. And hey, maybe we'll see a Canadian like Bianca Andreescu or Leila Annie Fernandez make the second week if things go well.
That'd be pretty good. And Denis Shapovalov, he had his match postponed. He's in action right now. Are we correct? Do we have an update on how he's doing?
I think they're dealing with some rain delays today again, unfortunately. But Denis was down a set yesterday. Still, I give him a good shot to get through this match. He's a junior Wimbledon winner back when he was just a teenager, so comfortable on the surface. And even though he hasn't had the best year so far, I think Wimbledon might be a good place for him to turn things around.
Okay, let's hope. Okay, Mac McIntyre, thank you so much for joining us. We'll be watching the game, and hopefully we'll chat soon. Thanks.